Last one
Yes,
for
sir.
me is, so Russia, as you know, has issued a Eurobond. They're still in the process of doing this. And as I understand it, banks are barred from, Western banks or EU and US banks are barred from helping them to issue this bond, but that Western investors are not necessarily barred from owning the bonds if they want to buy them. Do you have any, and it appears that the bond issue has been oversubscribed. Would you warn investors in general, even if there's no explicit prohibition, against buying dollar-denominated Russian bonds?
Well, in answer to that, and I appreciate the qualification that you put in the end of your question, which is that we're not able to specifically bar them, but we do continue to be clear in our engagements with U.S. companies that we believe there are risks, both economic risks and reputational risks associated with doing business with Russia and a return to what we call business as usual with Russia. I mean, I'd refer you to specific questions about the bond issuance to Treasury, of course, but, through our combined sanctions, reduced diplomatic engagement, we are sending a clear signal to Russia and its leadership that it must comply with its Minsk commitments and end its occupation of Crimea.
That's why one thing. You
Yes,
said
sir.
reduce diplomatic engagement, but it seems like the Secretary and Foreign Minister Lavrov are on the phone like once a week at least.
Well, we've talked about this before, and that's a valid point. We have, it's a valid point. We have assessed that where we can work constructively with Russia, we will do so, and that involves Syria. Frankly, when the magnitude of the crisis and the issue merits it, and also where we can find common ground with them. But there should never be any mistake that we disagree with them and their actions in Ukraine.
You said they were